Villagers, thank you for all love and support. I appreciate you all. Our all in all, the Savior, the Protector, the Unifier, the Messiah, the King of Kings, the most loud. General Abdurrahman Tiani celebrated his 2 years in office. This is amazing because under his leadership, we have seen significant change. We have seen a lot of development in Niger. This is beautiful. And he gave us a very powerful message exposing how Yolo Popo is doing everything possible to destabilize them. According to him, they are not sleeping because they are falling. We've seen that ever since Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso kicked out France, their economy is back to zero. They are bankrupt. And every second, France's debt increases by 6,000 US dollars. So, according to our all in all, they are using the terrorist activities to destabilize Niger. They are also doing everything possible through Ecowas to cause havoc and other forms that they are using to destabilize Niger, Burkina, and Mali. They are not backing down. Everything that they are plotting, thanks to our ancestors, we get to know. I don't understand the reason to which Africans we say we want freedom, yet we are allowing ourselves to be used against our own selves. We've seen a lot of development. If truly what we are looking for is to develop the continent, why will ECOWAS team up against these people to cause havoc in Niger, in Burkina, in Mali?
Nigerian women, Nigerian men, my dear compatriots, it has already been 2 years since we have been resolutely committed, all together, with resilience and faith in the future, on the path to the full and complete sovereignty of our country, and for the happiness of all. My dear compatriots, this is certainly a path full of obstacles with difficult consequences, both for Nigerians as individuals and for our country as a political community, organized indeed since the 26th of July 2023, and our patriotic commitment to take our destiny into our own hands. The reactionary neo-colonial system that kept Niger under tutelage, which we have overthrown, has not stopped unleashing itself against our country and against its people. Thus, after failing to impose a total blockade on our country and then attempting to wage open war against us, through Ecowas, the coalition forces opposed to our emancipation, both political and economic, have decided, learning from their failures, to reorganize in order to achieve their objectives by other means, by combining in a devious manner spectacular terrorist operations, subversive economic actions, internal political manipulations, as well as information warfare and attempts to discredit our institutions and political authorities. The results they achieve are often spectacularly significant. No, not because they give a strategic advantage to the forces opposed to our country, or because they constitute a genuine political project alternative to ours, but simply because, due to the immediacy of their effects and their violence, they negatively impact our daily lives, both individually and collectively. They benefit from significant media and diplomatic coverage on an international scale. They sow doubt that's certain among us, and they divide us. They respond to our legitimate but pressing individual expectations, as well as our impatience for real change. They sometimes make us lose sight of what we have achieved together and our noble common goals. They sometimes make us lose sight of what is essential and prevent us from envisioning the future, which nevertheless promises to be bright for Nigeria and the Confederation, AES as a whole. My dear compatriots, this is to say that I am fully aware of the complexity of the situation we are facing, the difficulties that stand before us, as well as the state of mind of many of our compatriots. I also know the sacrifices we have made so that Nigeria may live as well as our legitimate expectation, a life that must necessarily be better for Nigerians. This is undoubtedly the moment to pay a heartfelt tribute to our defense and security forces for all the sacrifices they have made and their professionalism, to our great people for their resilience and commitment, and to all our friends for their valuable support. My dear compatriots, it must therefore be acknowledged that we objectively need an organization suited to our context in order to carry out our political project and achieve meaningful results for each of us individually and for our country as a whole. Indeed, no political project on the national scale has ever been accomplished in haste or within a short period of time. This is especially true in the case of Niger, particularly considering our unique political history, the challenges related to the exploitation of our natural resources, and the adversity we face, an unprecedented adversity that we are facing today. That is why we are united, equipped with a charter for renewal within an inclusive and consensual framework. The National Conference on Renewal, held in Niamey from the 15th of February to 2025. The Charter of the 26th of March 2025 not only laid the foundations for Niger's full and complete sovereignty, both politically and economically, by allowing us to reclaim our country and its vast natural resources, and by defining the values that should guide our nation, our society, but also to organize our public authorities and grant our government a reasonable period to rebuild our republic. We are also taking all necessary measures to gradually establish our institutions, such as the State Court, inaugurated on the 16th of November 2023, and the Court of Auditors, whose members were sworn in on the 1st of July 2025, and the Consultative Council for Renewal, which held its first session from the 28th of June to the 12th of July of the same year. This is also the opportunity to once again congratulate all those who contributed to the successful outcome of this process and to encourage them to continue serving Niger and the people of Niger. My dear compatriots, as we can see, this is a difficult path that we are paving with courage and determination for the future. But above all, it is the only path that aligns with our legitimate aspirations for freedom, sovereignty, and assured development in the future. It therefore stands before us as a rational, historical, and principled choice. Indeed, let there be no misunderstanding. We truly have a choice to make between two guiding principles, fundamentally different ones. The first guiding principle is that of chaos, programmed in the medium term for our Sahelian region, and our submission to the forces we know in the long term and in a definitive way, all of this in passivity and carelessness. This is the choice to continue doing politics as in the past. The kind of politics that consists of subjecting our country to the will of France, turning Niger into a military base for projecting foreign forces, and abandoning the exploitation of our own resources to a few foreign powers that maintain corrupt and patronage-based relationships with some of our compatriots. The second path is that of refusing submission and to keep going the same politics that in 65 years of granted independence has produced nothing but corruption, insecurity, and poverty. It is the choice of dignity with honor and for the future. The policy of defending, without hesitation or complacency, the interests of Niger. It consists in submitting Niger only to the will of the Nigerian people, in reclaiming our country for ourselves, and in having the courage to embark on a new path, breaking away from what we have experienced until very recently. My dear compatriots, this choice to take the difficult path that is now ours, we have made it together and in unity, with full responsibility and a clear awareness of the stakes and challenges that await us. Indeed, since I have had the great honor of presiding over the destiny of our beloved country, I have always tried, in my various addresses, to present with transparency the exact situation, the situation in which our country finds itself, by clearly identifying the threats, the actions of the various players, the stakes and the challenges. I have thus warned Nigerians of all the difficulties we are facing in all their complexity, so that we can better prepare ourselves for the struggle ahead. A difficult but victorious struggle that we will have to wage over time. I have raised awareness among Nigerians about the vast disinformation campaign against our country, with the aim of dividing us, discrediting our institutions, and breaking our momentum. It is in this context that all the media pressure is taking place, which consists of exaggerating things, amplifying anything perceived as a governance issue, and discrediting any initiative from my government.
Africans are their own problem. We are the reason to which we are not moving forward, because there are people who still love slavery, and they will do everything possible to support these people to keep us in slavery. And until we are able to fight against these people, we will never be free. Some of us still have the belief in certain leaders living under democracy, that as for these ones, they are going to do something better for us. None of them will do anything good. As long as Yellow Pawpaw is not targeting such leaders, you should know that your leader is a puppet. Because these people will never leave any African leader who is fighting for his people to continue to be in office. Look at what they did to the former Tanzania president, John Magufuli. So any leader that these people are praising and not targeting, and you are under his rule, you should know that that person is doing the bid of Yellow Pawpaw. Majority of us haven't woken up to see beyond what we are given. So we still love a lot of people. And some of us, where there is truth, that is where we hate. And we will come looking for faults because we don't speak to sweet you. But the truth must be told. You can say you love Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso and still believe in your leaders who are fighting them. Sometimes we say that they should be careful of Ecowas. So why is it that your leader is in Ecowas and you think that that leader is different from the other ones? They are all the same. And that is why we are saying that they should be careful, and they are very much aware of these people. Draw your enemies closer to yourself. And that is exactly what these people are doing. Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso are so much aware that they are still using Ecowas against them. Africans, we have a long way to go. We are the reason to which we are not moving forward. As much as we continue to blame the oppressor, we have to blame ourselves. Because we, the Africans, can never go and turn these Yellow Pawpaw against the other. So why do we allow ourselves to be used in that manner in this 21st century? But the same people go to AU meetings, ECOWAS meetings and be preaching how they love the continent, what plans they have, yet these their plans never come into reality. And we are still holding on to these people, believing that they are saviors. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make African great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, West Africa, and in Niger.